Alrighty, guys. So, I did that like pre-launch for a video, and I've never done that before. I don't know how to turn it into a live stream from my computer because I like did the schedule for from my phone. Alrighty. Done over 10 million in volume in the first 30 minutes. That's awesome. We love to see that. Alrighty. Alrighty, so here is what we are going to learn today. Today we are going to do a dilution update, overview, history of everything that's ever happened. And I'm going to be pulling the information from the SEC filings, and then I'll be doing a chart of that timeline of dilution. I'll be adding in the chart of the volume and some highs and lows, and then basically how much was diluted. And we'll be able to look at 5 different dilution updates that we've received from Mullen. And the 6th one that's either coming today, Monday, or possibly one more week from now, will definitely be the last dilution update. And as soon as we get that, like, it is a confirmed squeeze. We are on the squeeze. And we will know that the rip will not stop. So if we type in Mullen SEC filings, we will start from the beginning, which is going to go back to about February 14th. We're sitting at 117 right now, 9.35% positive. We've hit 118 so far today. Looking very squeezy. Come on, NASDAQ. Don't take your whole freaking life. Where are my Mullen? Oh, here we go. Okay. Get out of here with these stupid ass cookies. Okay. Here we go. So, I don't know exactly which one of these February ones we want to be looking at, but we'll look at them until we find the right one. Let's see if this has what we want. Is not that one. Let's see if this one will do it. Alrighty. This is close enough to what we want. So there's 558 million shares of capital stock. Mullen total capital stock 558 million. Okay. Now if we look right here, it says that there is 26,735,650 shares of common stock issued and outstanding. So we're going to assume that the retail owns February 14th is going to be, we're just going to say 20 million of those shares are retail owned. And now we can start beginning the dilution updates. So we are going to come here and we know that our first dilution update came so the first one, they actually didn't really announce it. So if you guys remember, we're at $1.20 right now, people. $1.20, 12.15%. Whoop, whoop. The first dilution announcement didn't actually come through Mullen Automotive. It came through Ortex. And so I can get proof for you if need be sometime in the future. It's on one of my band Twitters. But basically, Ortex announced outstanding shares were 188 million, and the float they said was 150 million. And this was 314 on that Monday that they announced it. But we know that means, and I believe, let me make sure that was, yep. And we know that means it was 311 for the data. So March 11th is all the data that we'll track up until then. Then we got the next time they updated dilution was March 28th, I believe. Let's see if this one actually updates it. Alrighty. Let's see. I don't know what's in here somewhere. Bear with me, people. Alrighty. Nope, that's not it either. Should be getting close. Here we go. As of March 25th, 2022, we had 239 million shares of common stock outstanding, not counting all their garbage warrants and preferred stock. Okay, so I said March 25th. Outstanding. It said 200 and what was it, 40 million? 239 million. 239 million. Now, from this point, because they're being shady about updating dilution and telling us what's what, we know that that 239 million, the increase from the 188 million to 239 million was all added to the float. And so that would be 51 million. So that would make the float 201 million right here. And then our next update of dilution, I believe, came here mid-April. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay. Let's see if it's this one. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. Alrighty. Let's see if it was this one. They just kept regurgitating the same stuff in the SEC filings. Very annoying. Yada, yada, yada. Give us some info we actually care about. Dang, volume is pumping on Mullen right now. We love to see it. Alrighty, let's see. Here we go. Right here, 284 million shares outstanding. And that was as of March 31st. 3/31. Outstanding. 284 million. Float. Again, we know that they were all added, so if we look at that, that would be 45 million, so it would put us at 246 million for the float. And then the next dilution announcement we received was May. It was 13th that they updated to, but it came out on the 16th, I believe it was. Okay. What's this guy say right here? Told news. Just bear with me, people. It's all going to be worth it. This is the better mathematical proof of why we squeeze right now, or maximum in a week, than anything else you're going to find on the planet. And you cannot repeat this data with any other company in the whole wide world. So if you're not already all in Mullen, you should be. And this video will prove to you why. Where are you? It might be in the filing that came the day after. Let's see. Come on. Sure do love to talk about them warrants. One stupid filing. Let's see if it was the other one. Yeah, this looks like the same thing. That's not right. How do I search? Somewhere in one of these filings it says it went up to 332 million, but this 10Q is only going up to March 31st. This is not what I want. Maybe it came after. Oh, that's just CS4. Where do I find it? It's gotta be in here. We're back to 119. The high of the day being 120. We're up 11.22%. Trading over 20 million shares in the first hour. That's a show. Alrighty. Right here it tells us as of March 31st we got 284 million, but we already got that data. We're looking for the data of the new dilution since April 1st. And I know it's 332 million. I just want to find it. Where did you go? Fuck you. Some of you guys that text me are so fucking lame. I can't stand you people. Stay the fuck out of my phone with your bitch ass questions. I hope you don't get paid, you little bitch. Just for fucking asking. Alright. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Yeah, he's a bitch for sure. Blocked. Alrighty. Can't be that hard to find, Marcus. Where are we gonna find it? We are looking for update from April 1st to, it was like May 13th. Man, did I really miss it? Where are you? This form is in the beginning somewhere. No, because that's where that is. Very annoying. Why is this gotta be annoying? Who remembers where or when we got the 332 million dilution update? Oh, I gotta go back and look at my YouTube real quick. Hang on. Stupid. Okay, here we go. Exercising of a warrant. As of May 13th, 2022, a total of 332,443,385 shares of registrant registrants' common stock were issued and outstanding. All right, I don't need any more than that. So we got 513 outstanding, and we got 332 million, and we got float, and that was an increase of 48 million, so that would put us at 294 million float. Udamus. Okay, and then the last one that we've gotten so far, except for the one that we're expecting soon, definitely came on this day. It was June 9th they released it. Same time that they asked for their 1.75 billion shares that they'll never get. And here we see that there was 472,997,000 shares. So we'll say, and it was on June 2nd. So 6-2 outstanding was 477 million shares. Float, now this came from Ortex, and it was 407 million shares. Since then, we've actually got an update to 447 million, and then they actually took it back down to 370 million, which is a total scam and not true. So we know that it's probably close to 500 million by now. Alrighty. So now that we have that information, what we are going to do is we're going to come here and we are going to download some real data. We like data. Alrighty. And now we want some info. So first we're going to say days till days with announcement. So if we go, we're given the data on March 11th, and the 20 million was as of February 14th. So if we come to, what is going on? Oh, okay. So if we look at February 14th, which is right here, and then we take this volume all the way to March 11th, which is right here, Control C, Control V, okay, then we can say this equals sum of all of this. Give me a number I can read. That's not much better. Why are there no commas? All right, well that is 2.9 billion. Okay, and this was 19 days, 19 trading days. So here we were announced that we had 20 million shares, and then on it was actually the day after, trading day after this, but after we traded 2.94 billion shares, they announced that on this day, which was 3/11, that we had increased to the 150 million shares. Okay, so now if we go, that's the 11th, so if we go from the 14th, and this was to the 25th, some all of these. That is 3 billion. Okay, so 3.17 billion shares traded. Days announcement. And we get, how many days was this? 11 days. Okay. Then the March 31st. So we went from 20, okay, so now we go here, just the 31st. This is only 826 million days. Just 5. Okay. Then we went from there all the way to May 13th. There's 30 days. $2.16 billion. And days with announcement was 30 days. Okay. Then from there, we went from here, May 16th, all the way to June 2nd. To get these numbers. $1.05 billion shares traded. That would be, how many days is this? 13 days. Alrighty. And now, what else? We can stay for there for now. And so what we'll do now is we'll say, should we base it off today or should we base it off Monday? We'll base it off today. Mullen chilling at 118, 119, up 11% right now. Gotta love it. Still haven't broken 120 yet. Let's break it. Alrighty, so the last thing that we want to do is come from June 2nd all the way to today. Let's see. And we'll call this 7, 8. Outstanding, question mark, float, question mark. Alright, Control V. Alrighty. The 1.40 billion shares traded. Get this. All right. So in this time, we grew the float by 110 million shares, and there's only 1.05 billion shares traded in that time frame. In this time, we've traded 1.4 billion shares, and we know that we can't go up over, like the outstanding shares can't go up over 73 million shares, and the float can't go over 143 million shares. So in this time, with 2.16 billion shares traded, the float grew 48 million shares. But if you remember about the price, one of the biggest things is the price action. So let's fill those blanks in real quick. What we want to do here, we're going to come back to, okay. So from February 14th, we hit, here's our highs, here's our lows, here's our close. So we went from $1.34 all the way down to 62, all the way up to $1.69, all the way down to 79, and then all the way back up to $1.35. So let's track that, and we'll call it high, low, high, low. Okay, so we started at $1.34 with this. Okay, then from $1.34, we went down to 61 cents in how many days? 7 days. Okay. Then we went to a high of $1.69 in 4 days. And then by the time we got to dilution announcement, which is right here, oh, so we went to 79 cents and then to $1.35. So how many days was the 79 cents? 4 days to 79. there's a point to this. I'll show it to you guys soon. And then from here, $1.35 to 5 days. Okay. Then from March 20th or to March 25th. So that was here. So now we're here. And we're looking at this time frame right here. And so we're at $1.77. And we go to 290. Nope, we go to 331. And then 235. Okay, so here we'll say high, low, high, $1.77, and the low was, oh, didn't really have a low, did it? Oh yeah. So it was, we'll call that open, high, low. Alrighty, and that would be 7 for 331. Then 331 to 235, 4 days. Alrighty. And for this, we had 130 million shares diluted. And then for this, we had 51 million shares diluted. And so that'll make sense here in a second. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. Okay, so from 328 to 245, basically just 245 to 3. So we'll call it the open. 245. $3, 5 days. Okay, and then in this there was 48 million diluted. Okay. And this son of a gun, this was not our best. So we'll say open, high, actually, let's start with open. Okay, so on April 1st, we're at 287. Then let's see what happened. From 287, we fell to 238 over 5 days. Then from 238 to 266 over 3 days. Then from 266 to, it's like we really didn't bounce up all the way to the 13th. And we could say there, the 11th, for 80 cents. How many days is that? 21 days of just beat down from basically a high of 418 all the way down to 80 cents. 21 51 days. Then a high of 99 cents, 2 days. And then in this time there was how many shares diluted? So that was 130 million shares diluted. And that was 51 million shares diluted. Oh, this guy right here should have been 45 million shares diluted. Okay. And this guy is 48 million shares diluted. Alrighty. Then we got the June, sorry, we'll call it open. Alrighty, open was 16th, $1.17. Then we go up or down. Looks like we go down. So low would be $1.17 to $1.02. Actually, we'll call it 98 cents, 97 cents in 10 days. 0.97, 10 days. Then we go to a high, and we hit 142 in 2 days. And we go to a low. In the low, we go back down to 105 in 9 days. And then we go to a high of, actually no, because we want to go to June 2nd. So from the 97, we go to the $1.42, and then we drop to $1.23, I guess. We'll keep it that simple. Okay. And in this, there was how much dilution? A lot. We went from 294 to 407, which would be 113 million dilute. And now we can do the final dilution that we haven't actually been given an update yet. So the open's 127. From 127 we go up, it looks like. No, not really. So we'll just count it down all the way to the 105. So we'll go low. From 127 to 105, 7 days. Okay, then we got high, which is 160 in 6 days. And low, all the way to 99 cents in 8 days. and then high, which would be today. So $1 in 23 days. Alrighty, and the only thing we don't know about this is how many shares have been diluted. So we'll say dilution, question mark. Alrighty. See what we got going on. A lot of retards that are not real people are texting me acting like they got all these stupid ass questions. But we know that they're fake ass bitches. We know they fake ass bitches. Alrighty. So here's the point, people. The point is that in a very short amount of time, when Mullen first became poppin', we traded a lot of shares in between dilution announcements, but the time frame of the number of days was 19 trading days, 11 trading days, 5 trading days, 30 trading days. How much was that one? Let's see if I counted that one. So between May 13th and June 2nd, so it'd be the 16th to the 2nd. There's 13 trading days. Oh yeah, 13 days right there. And since then, June 3rd, all the way to now, we are at 23 trading days. So the one time that it was 30 trading days, we traded 2.16 billion shares, but the price went from 287 all the way down to 80 cents over 21 days. This was the worst moment of Mullen, and we still came out with 48 million shares of dilution. And so I don't like to if you're gonna look at this example, you gotta look at it with your eyes open, right? Like when we go in this example, when we go from $1.05 to $1.60 to 99 cents to $1.20, the reason we're having those giant upbursts is because we're buying. People are buying. When it goes from 287 all the way down to 80 cents in 21 days and basically 0 up days, it's because very, very few people are buying. And they're just trying to crash the price and make everyone feel pain. And then in this time, we only did 1.05 billion shares traded over 13 days. We had a low, a decent high, and then came back down, and we did 113 million shares traded. Now, we've done, the price has basically stayed in the exact same range between 97 cents and $1.50. And we're basically in the same range, besides we've had a little bit more volatility. We've had more days go by, so 21 days go by instead of just 13 days go by. We've had 1.4 billion shares traded instead of 1.05 billion shares traded. And the point is if we hit 113 million shares of dilution in the last 21 days with the data that we have now, that would put us at 520 million shares retail owned float. They can never be over 555 million, and that's assuming David Mickery and every human being sold every share that they possibly had. But they won't do that. They're going to keep at least 30, 40, 50, 60 million shares. And so whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow or Monday, woo, are we at $1.23 right now? 14.95%. Oh, man. God, Bill, how can I help you?
Hey man, are you on Twitter anymore?
No, I got banned. They didn't even tell me why they banned me.
Oh, I know why you got banned. It's like big shit reported you.
Nah, man. Like when they I've had many Twitters banned in the past, and when they ban you, they always send you the tweet of why they banned you. This time they just banned me, and they didn't send me a tweet why. They didn't say this was the one that broke the rule. Like that stupid guy says he's the reason I got banned, but I don't believe anything that guy says. That guy's a piece of garbage.
So listen, I got your your new listeners to know that I've been following you since GNE.
Nice.
And that I've always watched you because I've seen you become a millionaire, and I've seen you miss the AMC squeeze by 3 days.
For sure.
Like you really know what you're talking about. And I'm so tempted to throw in the Mullen. I'm kind of short on cash right now, but I have a good feeling you're going to hit your calls, man.
I appreciate that, man. I got a good feeling as well.
What are you going to do if you hit it?
Man, I ain't stopping. This ain't about money for me. I'm trying to get the world to pay attention to what I say so I can freaking shut the rest of the world up. That's my only goal in life.
Well, you keep doing you, man. I don't think you don't have to prove anything to anyone. I really think you're the real deal, dude. You know what you're talking about.
I appreciate you, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks for calling. Does my mute button not work? Alrighty. Alrighty. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure if I muted my thing or not. It's supposed to pull up a little light if it's muted, but it doesn't pull up a light either way. Can you guys hear me? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Okay, cool. They can hear me. So the whole point of this dilution data is to show you that outside of one time where they made us wait 30 days for our dilution update, at the same time that we dropped from $4 all the way to 80 cents with very, very little buying power. Outside of this time, we are at the longest we've ever had to wait for dilution. And it's the longest by a whole week. And so if you look at this price action, it's only dropping. We went from 287 all the way down to 80 cents, where in this time that we're experiencing right now, trading the 1.4 billion shares traded, we went from the 127 all the way to the 160, all the way back down to 99 cents, and now we're back up on our uptrend. And if we look at the time before that, with only 13 days of trading and 1.05 billion shares traded, and only a 97 cents to $1.42 to $1.23, there was 113 million shares of dilution. So even if we only match this 113 million, when all the numbers suggest that we're going to blow that 113 million out the water, it means they got nothing left. If they got nothing left, then the stock price moves up until we decide to sell. End of story. Ooh, we're at 126 now. We're up 17%, baby. Come on! Don't call it a comeback. Oh, man. I mean, there's no, like, here's the thing. If we actually hit their last shares of dilution and they got nothing left, there's absolutely no reason we shouldn't hit $5 or $6 today. And there should probably be maybe a bunch of paper handlers that sell, let's say, 50 million shares at $5 or $6. And then Monday, the same 450 million shares that were being diamond handed, like FOMO's coming in on Monday, people. If we shoot up 100, 200, 300% today, you better believe FOMO's going to hear about it on Monday. And on Monday, shit gets popping. Somebody asked about rolling calls. So here's what I'll say about rolling calls. First off, if you buy a contract that's 5 cents a contract, you have to hold that all the way until expiration and it goes to zero unless it hits in the money or gets some type of extrinsic value. So if it stays at 0.05 cents, you're most likely never going to be able to cash that in and buy different contracts with more theta. Now, aside from that, if you understand that and that risk, basically, my game plan is when Mullen goes to $2, $3, $4, I have a lot of strike or call options between the 150 strikes all the way to $4 strikes. I got a few contracts, a few thousand contracts that expire today, but then I got like a bunch of contracts that expire next week. And here's the thing. Like I said yesterday, once it pops, the fund don't stop because they can't control the FOMO. They can't control the stock price. They have to let the price go up until retail decides to sell. And so even though it's next week and I don't really love betting on 1 week to expire options, like if you go to the next 4 weeks of expiration days, there are no $10 strikes. And so if this runs to $4 a share and I try to sell my shares, the only place I'm going to be able to turn my contracts into 3, 4, 5, 10 times as many contracts is if I buy the $10 strikes for next Friday. And so that's what I'm doing. And so basically, if it runs to $3 a share, my $3 strikes will be worth, let's just say $1 ask price, and the $10 strike will still be between 5 and 10 cents a contract, which means I'll be able to sell my $3 strikes for $100 a contract, and then come back and buy the $10 strikes for $5 a contract, and get 20 times as many contracts as I had on the $3 strike, but now on the $10 strike. And so that's what I plan on doing. I'm excited about it. If you want to play it more safe, you can probably increase your contract position on the October expiration that has like the 750 strike. But I won't be messing with that. After we break the $10, you'll see that they're going to add a whole new option chain. Basically, all the option chains will probably go somewhere between $40 and $100 as a high strike that you can buy. And so I believe that will happen well before Friday of next week. And I will have no problem, like, basically after it breaks the $10 and goes to a certain amount, my $10 strikes will print heavy. I'll be able to take some profits, be able to buy some puts, all that good stuff. And I'll be able to mess with basically any expiration that I want, whether it's 1 week out to expire or 5 weeks out to expire, because they're all going to have ridiculously high strikes. But we won't see that until it breaks $7 or $10. Just sitting at 124 right now, up 15.88%. Ain't nothing else really moving. It's all Mullen right now. About to hit 40 million in volume. We only had 2 million, maybe 2.5 million. I don't even think it was 2.5. I think we only had 2 million shares traded pre-market. And so basically all the volume has been retail since like the open market. It's a beautiful thing to see. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. 125. Mullen is the only stock that has every variable, every box checked for a squeeze. It's the only stock. And so when you see it pop like this, like, it can't be a bull trap, people. It's not a bull trap. I'm telling you right now, it's not a bull trap. It's going up, 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 up all next week. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Let's just get to 350 today and I'll be really happy. 350 today makes my day. Somebody said I bought July 29's 150 at 10 cents a few days ago to play it safe time-wise. Stupid move, still have 152s and 3s. Nothing wrong with that, man. You should already be up a profit on those. The stupid thing is when people buy options. I had this guy with AMC, and I tell him to buy the $29 strikes on AMC, and I tell him he's got to hold those for big profits. AMC was sitting at $12 a share when that happened. He let AMC run to $20 a share, and then he cashed it out for like a 20x on his money. I was so mad at him. I told that guy, never talk to me again. You're fucking retarded. AMC that same week ran to $36, where he would have made 170x on his money. And he cashed out for 20x. And it wasn't like he had one day of theta left. He had a whole week of theta to go. Tried to send me a couple $100 as a thank you, and he said he was going to be sending me half. And I was like, motherfucker, you were supposed to be sending me $10,000. Lexi says, so should I buy options or calls? Those are the same thing. I definitely like call options. Man, those $2 strikes for next week are looking gravy. The $3 strikes for the July 22 for 5 cents a contract, those are beautiful. If you really want to play it safe, you can go get a 10-cent contract for $2.50 on the July 29th. I prefer 5-cent contracts, but 10-cent contracts will pay very, very, very well as well. Look, people, I buy options. I'm not buying stock. Like, there are 99% of people in this world will only ever buy stock. Mullen's already squeezing no matter what. Like, you selling the small amount of shares you have or holding those shares and bringing new money in and buying call options is not going to affect the squeeze, I promise you. So, my advice is that the whales are squeezing this stock. People that are investing anywhere from $25,000 to probably $2.5 million into this stock are going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars off the stock. If you only got $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 and you want to make millions and millions of dollars, the only way you can do it is by options. Well, there's that, but then there's also, like, if you play the volatility with me on the ups and downs during the squeeze, even if you're just playing stock, you'll be able to make a handsome amount of money. So it's really up to you. Like, I feel like I've said enough on that part. Everyone just do what feels right. We'll be okay either way. It's all going to work out. All right, guys, I'm going to try, like, this doesn't look that pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little video so I can upload this to my YouTube as a individual video. Alrighty, guys, so I just made this Excel on my live stream, still live on YouTube right now. And basically, I'm going to go over this real quick with you. So retail has only owned 20 million shares as of February 14th. As of March 11th of this year, That increased to 150 million shares was the retail float. In 19 trading days from the February to the March, we traded 2.94 billion shares, and there was 130 million shares diluted. And if you look at the price, it went from 61 cents to $1.69 to 79 cents to $1.35. Those were the big swings that happened, and we see that when there's a lot of ups and downs, that it means that the volume from retail is heavy. And so after that, from March 14th to March 25th, the float increased from 150 million to 201 million, and there was 3.17 billion shares traded, over 51 million shares diluted. And in this 11 days, we basically just went from $1.77 all the way up to the 331 and to a close of 235. And so less volatility than what we saw over here. Maybe a bigger upswing, but we didn't have the ups and downs. And then after that, we got another dilution announcement for May 13th, and we went from 246 million float to 294 million float. And in this, there was 2.16 billion shares traded. We opened at the 287 and we crashed to 238. Then we went up to 266, and then we crashed all the way to 80 cents over 21 days. And there's only 48 million shares diluted in this time frame, where we basically just crashed 75%. And so we can see that when there's just crashing for a long period of time, it means that there's less retail buying. But there were still 48 million shares diluted during that process, which means everyone held, or the amount of people that held plus the amount of people that bought the dip was more than anyone that sold for a profit when it went from all the way from a low of 52 cents up to $4.18, which is 800% jump. Don't mess with me now. Okay, and then on this one right here, so right here, we went from 294 million float to 407 million float, and there's 1.05 billion shares traded. We went from 97 cents to, or sorry, $1.17 down to 97 cents in 10 days, up to $1.42, and then down to $1.23. And they announced 113 million shares diluted with the 1.05 billion shares traded. And the float was updated at this time at 407 million. 2 weeks later into the float, Ortex randomly updated for the first time by themselves that the float was actually 447 million. And that was during, while this volume has been being traded. And so instead of 1.05 billion shares traded, where there was 113 million shares diluted, there's 1.40 billion shares traded. And we go from $1.05 to $1.60 down to 99 cents, and now we're up to $1.25 already. And it started actually at $1.27, down to $1.05, up to $1.60, down to 99 cents, up to $1.25, which suggests more volatility here, more shares traded here, which suggests more dilution than the 113 million. And if we look at the float of the 407 million that it was, this can never be more than 550 million, which means 143 million would be the maximum they could sell to us. And that's if every CEO and insider sold every single share they ever had and ever could have. And I don't think it'll get quite that bad, which means we're probably around 500 million shares diluted right now, maybe 520 million. And that's why we're seeing the price rip right now on Mullen, because we are in the squeeze, because we have bought the final dilution, and we should expect a dilution announcement the end of day today or on Monday. And that is to confirm the squeeze, people. Mathematical proof, we are in the squeeze. Let's go. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, people. Alrighty. Got 148 people watching. Noise. There is no play after Mullen. Stop talking about what's after Mullen when Mullen's still fucking happening. I hate that fucking question. God, you're stupid. Shut the fuck up. Some pussy ass talk right there. Good morning, Joanne. I appreciate all the people that have been following and just like to listen to what I gotta say and be supportive about it rather than try to dilute the conversation with garbage. Because we don't like garbage conversation. We like sticking to facts. We like hype. We like always being bullish, mullish. And we can wait for victory. We ain't scared if this takes another week. Such is life. Good things only come to those who wait and work and sacrifice. Good things don't come easy, people. Gotta earn it. But I gotta be honest, I do feel like we have earned it over the last 5 months. Somebody asked, am I going to short Mullen after the squeeze? I will be playing calls and puts on Mullen, and every time my puts make profits, I'll be buying stock at the cheapest price I think is going to be possible. And just every time it goes up and down, I'm going to try to buy more and more stock. And we're going to try to take Mullen to $1,000 a share. That's the goal. Obviously, I'll show you when I take profits, and I will be taking profits before then. But I do believe that Mullen has a long-term future as a company, a scalable business, as a company. And I mean, even at $40 a share, it's only going to be a $20 billion market cap, which is less than the average EV company that's been alive for just a couple years. And it appears that our technology destroys them. So, I mean, the real value of Mullen in the next 5 years could be hundreds of billions, no problem, which would be hundreds of dollars a share. And so if I buy a ton of, if like Mullen runs to 40 and I buy puts and it drops to 20 and I make money, and then I come in and buy a bunch of stock at 20, and if it drops to 10, even if it drops to 5, like I don't really care. I can hold on to that. Like I said, I will have already taken profits and all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can hold on to it. So the idea is, if you guys join me and we all buy in at 20 when it dips from 40, like, plus my YouTube ends up going from 150 people watching to 10,000 people watching, and everyone joining in, like, we could easily send Mullen to $1,000 a share when all the right people are listening to this channel and we understand what it means to Diamond Hand and we understand what it means to MOAS. It could totally happen. And so yeah, I'm just gonna take this and see where it goes. I'm not really worried either way. As long as I get my profits between 20 and 40, like any other way this goes, like it's a learning experience. We'll call it that. Definitely vote no on dilution, people. That's a no-brainer. If you don't vote at all, that's okay too. But if you do vote, definitely vote no. I'd vote no on every single thing on that list. What a beautiful market day. Mullen's the only thing that matters. Let's see here. If we go to top stocks moving, what would you know? Mullen's definitely got to be on this list. What the F? Oh, there it is. So Mullen is on the top 50 stocks up today. So there's not 50 stocks in the whole market that are higher than Mullen right now. And if you go through the list, I don't recognize one name of any company that's on this list with Mullen of the top 50 stocks. Not a single one. That's great. You gotta love that. They're all a bunch of pharma bullcrap companies. That's one of the most obvious signs of a squeeze is happening, is like going through the process of a dilution war, is that, I mean, if you go through the last 30 days of the top stocks moving, 95% of them are pharma companies. Total bullcrap. Well, I'll give you guys 9 more minutes, and then I'm going to dip out of here. And if we end up taking off a couple 100% today, then I will jump back on. Otherwise, like, just know Monday is going to be a glorious, glorious day. If we don't take off today, Monday is going to be so pretty. Just be looking out for that dilution announcement. Whenever you see that dilution announcement, it's game over. Adi Akwari says, man, you've been promising a squeeze for over 3 months. You think it will happen on the 15th of the month? What do you say about David, who did not publish news on the 30th of the month and disappointing everyone? Is it even possible to trust him at all? It seems really stinks, his whole conduct. Would like to hear what you think. First off, I have been promising Mullen's going to squeeze, and it's been over 5 months, motherfucker. Not 3 months. And I knew it was going to squeeze because I fucking know that when retail shows up and starts a dilution war, they never fucking leave until they win. I've seen it twice now, and I've seen the kind of bullcrap they're willing to go through to get that victory, and it's clear and obvious they do not walk away until they win. Secondly, David Mickery has kept his word on everything that he has said for the last 5 months up until June 30th. And when we just go look at my dilution math and see that they're out of dilution, this is the last dilution, we're about to squeeze, that only confirms to me that he was told to sit on his hands till the squeeze fucking happens, because he can't be having anything to affect the volume to go up for Mullen. And so he's got to keep his mouth shut, and the SEC got him on fucking lockdown right now. So I don't care about David Mickery. I don't care about June 30th. I don't care about news. This is a dilution war. Retail has won the war. That is what I think. If you don't get an email for voting, don't worry about it. Like, all you got to do is just not vote. As long as you don't fill out a proxy to let them vote for you, then your vote will automatically be a no. And, like, you're going to understand, AMC won the dilution vote. We voted no on dilution twice. Like, and nobody voted then either. Like, Trey was on that line begging people to vote because nobody was voting. Godpill, how can I help you?
The pill has spoken. What's up, my brother?
What up, brother?
Bro, take it easy on these people, man. We all learning, man. We all learning, bro.
I know, and I'm teaching. I just get a little excited.
Bro, I love what you do, man.
keep your consistency, bro. You a good man. I love your ideas. I love your thoughts. But you just gotta be a little bit patient with these people. And don't get mad at me, bro. Don't get mad.
You're good.
You're doing a great job, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling.
Bro, you think this is it? You think we're going up or what?
I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but next week for sure.
Listen, man. Take it easy on these people, man. Keep doing your job, man. I love you, brother. Take it easy.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, if people saying I gotta take it easy on you guys. But see, Addy wasn't offended. It started off sounding like I might have been a little offended or offensive towards him, but I feel like I reined it in pretty well, and it seems like he agrees. What up, Minicast? Hermes. I'll be honest, Charlie, like, we know that I like the fight, but, like, it feels like the fight's kind of over now, so, like, now it's like the Bible says, it's time to become fisher of men. So if toning it down just a hair attracts more people, maybe we can tone it down just a hair. We still don't let no shills in the chat, though. That's a for sure. Alrighty. We got 4 more minutes, and I'm going to leave you guys. And then I'll jump back on if we go up 100%. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday. Any final brain busters? It's exactly what it is. It is tough love. Like if I tell someone just the information they need to know, it won't actually register for them that they need to act on it unless I call them a retard at the very end of it. Then they'll be like, what, did he just call me retarded? And then they'll think about it, you know? You gotta offend them a little bit so they care. I'm not going to do a Twitter account until after Mullen squeezes. Then they won't be able to ban me. I'll be a verified celebrity by then. I'm hoping to get my old Twitter accounts reestablished, honestly. That's what should happen. I do have some $10 options on Mullen right now for next week, but I bought those a month ago. Like, you should definitely never pay for a higher strike if it's the same amount for a lower strike. So if it's 5 cents for a $10 strike and it's 5 cents for a $2 strike, you should be buying the $2 strike for the 5 cents every single time. Never pay the same amount for a higher strike. That's not smart. Very nice team player. Those are going to print heavy. All right, people, cross your fingers for some magic. Cross your fingers for some magic today. Let's break 200 million shares of volume and break $3.50 on the Mullen stock price. That would be magical. There's no question if we don't do it today, Monday's our day. So either way, be happy, have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll be back today because we're up a couple 100%. But if not, then you guys will see me Monday, no problem. Oh, we got one more caller. Godpill, how can I help you?
Hey, I had a question. I just want to say thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. But I have one question. You know, everybody keep asking, when's the date? When's the date?
Yep.
You know, because some people are tight on money or some people are impatient. And I've got to know right now, I've got an extra $100 left. Should I put that money into contract next week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If we look at next week's options, the $2 strikes are going for 5 cents a contract. Buy $2 strikes, bro.
$2 strikes next week.
Yep, you should be able to get 20 of them, maybe 19 of them.
All right. Thanks, Godhill. Really. Thank you.
Go get it, brother.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Alrighty. I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday, and I hope to see you soon.